How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Nerdchats. And today I have with me Officer Dan from Karabukai Play.
Hello, my name is Officer Dan.
So how are you, Officer Dan? How you feeling today?
I'm not doing too bad. At the time of recording this, Christmas is coming up soon, so that's what a lot of my time spent's been doing, decorating my place, uh, figuring out what kind of Christmas treats I want to make. I have two trees up this year because I'm not good with just one. I've got two.
Hmm. All right.
And yeah, and in addition to Karibukai Play, I do Soda Wave Show. You know that.
Yeah, of course you do. I know that very well. I'm probably your biggest fan. I bet I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you really come across that way. And I appreciate that. And I'm really happy to have the last one out because this one was like the longest delay from the other one. So now I have some downtime. I'm gonna spend it playing some games I've been wanting to play. But I'm thinking about the next one too. But I'm just happy that Christmas is here, and so now I get to partake in the joy of that.
Yeah. Christmas time. So much fun. Yeah, so when I approached you with the opportunity to do a nerd chat, I told you to choose a topic, and you chose to just talk about Nintendo.
I could talk plenty about Nintendo.
Nintendo
Yeah.
is a lot of stuff.
I mean, I could be more precise. I'll probably end up being more precise, but something to nerd out on.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. In addition to videos and stuff like that, that's what I'm able to do. My mother tells me, Officer Mom.
Officer Mom, all right, probably.
If the internet isn't familiar with that, they are now. It's Officer Mom. Officer Mom tells me, I forget what age I was when I said my first word, but I was at an aunt's house, and they were playing Super Mario Brothers on the NES with two other relatives, two older relatives, cousins. They were playing Super Mario Brothers, and she was there, and she saw me go up to the TV and say, Mario, Mario, Mario. And Mario was my first word. That's what Officer Mom tells me.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I came into this world loving Nintendo, and Mario is still my hero.
It's destiny. It
All
has to be
things Mario.
destiny. Wow.
Yeah, it was truly destiny. And for the time period that I was born, I did it right, man. I started with the NES, and I've grown up alongside Nintendo ever since.
Okay, so you started with the NES. I started with the SNES. And I think the first game I played, not consciously because I was probably too young, they just put the controller in my hand, was NBA Jam.
Awesome.
Yeah.
NBA Jam, dude. Did you ever play that at the arcade? Did you ever play the arcade version? Any of those?
No, not the arcade. But I did have Super Nintendo SNES games that I did play in arcades as well, but not NBA Jam. Sadly, I imagine that would be so epic.
Dude, when it came to NBA Jam, I've only played the SNES version at other people's houses or whatever copies they had. But truly, certainly a favorite Nintendo 64 game that I own is NBA Hang Time. It's basically the same thing, except more and better graphics and stuff like that. I had the most fun time playing that with Shinja for a while, and it was pretty beautiful, really, playing NBA Hang Time with him because, at first I was stomping him, but he was still having tons of fun with it, with how crazy it is. And then, he started getting better, and then we got close to like evenly matched, but the last match that we played was like such an upset of me. Like he was going to win, but then I threw and time was out, and he was up by, I think it was just 1 point. Okay. And the end of the fourth, and the timer is just about to go up. And so I just throw the ball from the other end of the court, and time's up. And so there it is, soaring across the end of the court. And he instinctively jumps and gets goaltending with the timer already up. And the goaltending gave me the point that I needed to win.
Wow. Damn,
and we have video. We have video evidence of that.
You guys recorded it. Oh my god, you guys gotta upload that.
The thing, the reason why we haven't uploaded that one though is because we didn't actually record commentary with that one. So it's just the gameplay. It was for our first channel trailer that we made.
Okay.
There's some NBA hang time in there, so that's from that session, and I would love to play that more. Since just a busy guy and we haven't been recording much, so live streams are about all that work.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. What other games were like your Nintendo firsts? I know probably some for me are definitely Castlevania and one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games for the SNES. I don't remember which one specifically. Oh, and also Illusion of Gaia, my first RPG. Such a good game.
Oh, yeah. I would love to. I'd love to check that out. It's Secret of Mana that I'd be super interested in checking out.
I felt so mad when I found out you could play that game co-op.
Yeah. One of the few Super Nintendo games that used the SNES multi-tap, so you could have up to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I'd love to know what that's like. You can't, when you think of RPGs, you don't think of a lot of RPGs, that's multiplayer.
Very true, especially that early in the gaming industry.
I know the first one that I really rather did with friends was Tales of Symphonia on the Nintendo GameCube, how you could assign your party members as players.
Yeah, I actually planned out, like, okay, everyone's going to come over to my house. I'm going to rent Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah.
We're going to play the heck out of that game. And we would just try and pass it, like, everyone together in one day. Obviously, it wasn't possible, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Really fun, totally awesome. I love that game.
I do too. Never any good at it. I always struggled with the first boss, but my problem with RPGs back then was I always avoided enemies. So I was always under-leveled for crap.
I gotta say, I noticed you do that when I watched you stream. Oh my god.
SMRPG?
Super Mario RPG, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just instinctively do that. But gosh, in my randomizer run, it's like, why should I bother when Mallow's OP? I'm like flying through the game just because of what the randomizer did to Mallow's stats.
Oh my god. I gotta swear, I sent you screenshots of my Mario.
Yes, I saw all that, yeah.
Dude, my Mario is all stats, no HP, but he can like one-shot everything. Like all the bosses up till now, Mario's been able to one-shot them. Because he's got so much attack. It's insane.
It's insane. I'm glad to find somebody else who loves SMRPG as much as I do on the internet, dids.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's a bit of a tangent because a moment ago you asked what some of my first Nintendo games that I played were, and I guess maybe that's part of the reason why I'm a collector today, or what made me want to be an aspiring Nintendo collector anyway. I pale in comparison to most people, but I had a library of about 40 games on the NES, but it was the one situation where my parents said that they gave it to somebody else when I got the Super Nintendo, that Christmas when the Super Nintendo came out,
Yeah.
or around the time it came out. So I didn't miss it a whole lot then, I guess, because I had the Super Nintendo, but I was really feeling it later. So that drove in me to just keep everything and make it my library, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to NES games, I played quite a few because that's when renting was still a thing. Everybody, like, there was a store where you rent games.
Yeah. I'm glad
Brick and mortar
I'm
building.
glad I at least got to be a gamer in the early part of my life to be able to experience renting. That was so fun.
Yeah, it's like, like I mentioned with Mischief Makers too. You know, I knew how awesome that was because of renting back then.
Yeah.
So all up through Nintendo 64, and then that's when stuff was starting to die out. Where I lived, anyway.
Although I gotta swear, going off from Nintendo a little bit, just to focus on renting. Final Fantasy IX for the PlayStation 1, I probably rented that game. Okay, I gave Blockbuster like over $100 renting that game just to play it. I should have just bought it, but I didn't. My mom wouldn't buy it for me. She would just be like, "Oh, we'll just rent it again."
Mm.
So yeah.
That's a positive once you started getting into disc and memory card eras, because then for big long RPGs, if you have your memory card, then at least you still have your save data with that.
Yeah, yeah. I had that. There was a period where I did not have memory cards on my PlayStation or on my GameCube.
Mm.
And I would just start the game over every single time. The game that actually made me get a memory card for my GameCube was Tales of Symphonia.
Nice.
Yeah. So, question. Up till now, let's include handhelds if necessary. Are you a big handheld fan?
Well, when it comes to Nintendo, I most certainly am.
Okay.
I own a lot of that stuff.
All right. Well, let me just say my favorite gaming system of all time, is the Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
You have an SP as well?
I did have an SP. It might be in a drawer in my room, broken, forgotten.
Yeah.
But
you spent more time with the OG first model?
I spent more time with the Advance, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my god. So many games played.
That's really special too,
I swear I would carry around like a backpack. Which it started out with like 5 or 6 games. And it slowly became like 70 or 80. And I would just be walking around with a backpack with like 80 Game Boy Advance games. And 2 Game Boy Advances, the SP, and link cables. I was that kid.
Nice. Yeah, I still have my sack of advanced stuff. I don't know where a lot of I must not have owned a lot of original Game Boy games, but man, I have a pretty hefty collection of just Game Boy Advance cartridges just sitting in a bag as well. What color did you have for your Game Boy Advance? Me myself, I had the Glacier one, because I always like to get the colors that were advertised the most.
Okay, all right. Well, I think mine was. What do you identify as Glacier? Because maybe
it was like an ice blue,
Ice blue. I kind of felt.
It was blue,
I kind of
but
felt
light.
like mine was like a really light purple. So maybe.
Really light purple. That could be that one.
Yeah, that was the one I would always play. Then my SP was silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe my other Game Boy Advance was black. Yeah, my Game Boy Advance. Yeah, okay. So I had the Glacier one that's kind of like bluish, purplish, see-through,
Mm-hmm.
and I also had the black Game Boy Advance, and then I had the silver SP. Yeah, that
I'll
would be
tell you something cool about the Game Boy Advance.
what?
There's a channel that I really like on YouTube. Um, Sorry for name dropping. I guess I didn't preface that with you earlier, but his name's Metal Jesus Rocks.
Oh, Metal Jesus is awesome, dude.
I love that guy. I'd
Right?
like to shake his hand.
Dude, same here. Oh my god, I love that channel, and I am not. I am totally fine
That's
with you
great.
name dropping anyone. To be
Oh,
honest.
okay. Well, then we picked a good one. That's cool that we have that in common. I love Metal Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
Um, well then, you probably there's a good chance you might know what I'm talking about. Then, he had you know, the original model Game Boy Advance modified. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I do not.
He got, like I just said, an OG Game Boy Advance, but it is Super Saiyan pimped out. He worked with this modder guy, and what he mostly did is he took Game Boy Advances and he put he would like Frankenstein broken ones together. See, so his main dig was he's putting new glass over top of the front of the screen, and he's taken Game Boy Advance backlit screens from old SPs that don't really work, and he's putting them in the Game Boy Advance. So the original Game Boy Advance has a black backlit screen, right? But Metal Jesus, holy crap, is it pimped out? So not only does it have that backlit screen, he has a custom like see-through green case for it, and he has amazing speakers. Like they put in a new speaker system into
Yeah.
the friggin' thing. Um, what else did he add? It's insane,
Oh
dude.
my god,
Either
I
way, the
just
custom
found it.
job. You just found it, Metal
I
Jesus,
just found it,
dude.
and they're selling it on eBay for $220.
$220. I thought I saw the website for 200, but still over 200 for this custom job Game Boy Advance. It's insane.
Yep, yeah, they're showing it. I just found a picture of it open.
Yeah, like I said, I can't remember all the what they do that job at. Holy cow. And someone would argue that, besides the fact that it's custom and you're improving everything in it, part of the reason why he likes it is because it's better ergonomics for your hand. The SP, as small and fun and compact as it is, some people find the ergonomics of the original Game Boy Advance to be more comfortable holding
Yeah.
it for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that's actually mainly the reason why I decided to use the Game Boy Advance over the SP, because it just felt more natural to have in my hands.
Yeah, so I get why people would want to send it away to get a backlit screen,
Y-
at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do that. I just played it like how it was originally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good light source. I had a worm light like a lot of other people.
Damn, I remember those. Do you remember the original Game Boys?
Yeah.
The Game Boy and the
Rest in peace.
Game Boy Pocket, was it? Or Color? No, I think both were actually things, right?
That's correct. You have the gray brick that everybody remembers.
Oh, dude, that gray brick. I'll tell you. Okay, that gray brick went. That gray brick was with me throughout Tetris, and I think like one or two like games that really don't have much to do. I think I had like a baseball one or some
Mm-hmm.
such that probably no one's gonna remember aside from Tetris, obviously. But dude, okay. Feel my pain. When I was a kid, I had the original Game Boy. How I lost that Game Boy was that I was a little kid. All right? I sat down on the toilet. I was playing Game Boy. The Game Boy slipped from my hands and I just saw it go into the water of the
No.
toilet.
No. Holy crap. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I lost my first Game Boy.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Then I went through the Game Boy Pocket, and then I handed, I'm doing air quotes, handed down the Game Boy Pocket to my uncle.
Mm.
And then the Game Boy Color, still have that one. And then to the glory that was the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, yeah. Out of everything in my Nintendo collection, my OG Game Boy, the gray brick, it actually died and doesn't function anymore.
Oh, wow.
And it was really sad. So I'm not too entirely sure what would happen to make it do that. But then it was a few years ago, a friend of mine who knew nothing about that Game Boy actually gave me another Game Boy for Christmas. And an extra copy of Tetris. So if I find my other copy of Tetris and link it up, play Tetris on the Game Boy.
Totally
Somebody
awesome,
else.
dude.
Yeah, I had a limited edition color for the Game Boy Pocket, which I got with Pokemon for another Christmas growing up as a young lad. And man, that's where my hatred of AAA batteries came in. Because the Pocket ate through batteries like crazy.
Yes.
So I would eat through all these AAA batteries trying to play Pokemon, but I would still had to bring my brick Game Boy with me to pick up when the batteries would die off on that one. And they would last so much longer.
See, I never had a battery. I mean, obviously it ate a lot of obviously it ate like through the energy. Like it would waste the energy so fast, but in my house, it was always a constant thing, rechargeable batteries. And not like cheap ones that you would get like at Walmart or something, like really good long-lasting rechargeable batteries. And that was always a thing. So I never had like battery problems with the Game Boys or anything like that.
Well, I wonder if you played as much Pokemon as I did.
Dude, I played so much freaking Pokemon. All right. Favorite gen?
Oh, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, so there's quite a few gens that I missed.
All right. Then what's
so
the...
you'd have to tell me what numbers, because I played Red, Blue, Yellow. Okay?
Yeah,
but
so did I.
I took a break.
Okay.
Up until Black and White.
Oh wow, you missed a lot. I think Black and White is
a lot.
5th gen, yeah.
I missed a lot, dudes.
You missed...
I did Black and White and then X and Y, and I haven't picked up Sun and Moon. All right, and I didn't even touch Alpha Sapphire.
I mean, there's also Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, I didn't play those either.
Wow, okay. All right, so Black and White are basically Gen 5, and obviously Red and Blue and Yellow are Gen 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you missed out on some pretty good games, to be honest. Like Gen 2 and Gen 4. Those are...
So I hear, yeah.
Gen 2, which are Gold and Silver, and then Crystal. And Gen 4, which are, I think, Diamond, Pearl, and then Platinum. Dude, those games are apparently really good. My favorite, honestly, is Gen 3, which are Ruby and Sapphire, and then Emerald. Apparently, a lot of people hate those, at least the original ones, because it's kind of the animations are kind of slow. The game pacing is really slow. But the RPG fan in me just says I love that the game made me take so much time to read the story, to take in the world that it prepared. It's really one of my favorite games, and I love the Pokemon that they added in Gen 3. So, I know a lot of people hate it, but hey, that's me.
Yeah, okay.
But Gen 1, oh my god, I played so much out of Gen 1. Probably did. I've completed 3 Nuzlocke challenges on Pokemon Yellow.
See, I don't even know what that means, and that's a name that I see around. So you could explain it to me here,
Okay,
possibly,
so
couldn't you?
basically, a Nuzlocke challenge is that you start the game, and if a Pokemon KOs, you have to release it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And whenever you enter a new area, you can only capture the first Pokemon you meet in a random encounter
Oh,
in
wow.
in that area. So yeah, that's basically a Nuzlocke challenge. You can
And
only
that includes
capture
your starter?
yes.
Oh, geez.
Yep. Although I kept Pikachu for that whole game, for at least two of the challenges. I think in one I lost Pikachu at the first gym, sadly.
Hmm.
But yeah. Um,
How did a rule set like that become so popular and so well known?
I have no idea. I
But it
really have
has.
no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants to make like harder difficulties for different games. Trying to stay with Nintendo, we have the Armageddon mod for Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
That's insane. I think there's also uh, there's a, I've heard of a whip only run for the Castlevania games. I've also heard of dagger only runs. It's like there are a lot of challenges for people to do in different
Yeah,
games.
but they thought of hundreds for Dark Souls, I can tell you that.
Yeah, dude. I remember I did a no clothing run in Dark Souls 1.
Uh-huh.
I didn't finish it, but I tried.
Um, you would like this about just going back to Pokemon briefly. Um, I actually won Mew in a contest.
Really?
Yes,
Hmm.
it was Toys R Us had a raffle
Hmm.
of 10,000 tickets, I think, and about 2,000 of them you got to win. Like if you scratch it off and you got Mew, you got to come back a month or two later and have Mew transferred
Oh
into your
wow.
system.
And you got
And I actually
Mew.
won that. Yeah, and I actually got that as a young lad. Yeah.
That is cool, dude. That is really cool. All right, so let me ask you this: what are some? All right, what is your favorite Nintendo series?
That's really really easy.
Okay, I'm
And
probably guessing what it is.
yeah, you probably already know what it is. As a series, uh, not much can rival Smash.
All right, you're going with Smash. Hmm.
Yeah, not much can rival Smash, dude.
All right,
Take
I was
take my
probably thinking more
universe.
like.
What were you thinking?
I know Smash is like uniting like so many parts of Nintendo, but
That's my universe. They're
yeah,
all meeting together.
yeah. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I was expecting more like a specific universe, but yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
Smash is good. I mean,
oh, you want me to pick like like it would be like a Zelda or Metroid or something like that? Is that what you were expecting?
yeah, yeah. That was it. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I would probably go with Castlevania because it's the series I've played the most from Nintendo, or at least in
Hmm.
Nintendo consoles. I mean, the Game Boy Advance ones and the Nintendo DS are probably
Hmm.
the ones I've played the most. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd love to play those after playing you know, after playing Symphony of the Night some.
yeah. Symphony of the Night is so good.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I'm super happy I own that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a series that's tough, but uh for my Nintendo 64, I own every Mario game. on the
Oh my
Nintendo
god.
64. Uh, it's it's even worse on the Wii.
I can
to have all those.
I can imagine. That's actually what I was gonna. That's actually what I was thinking. What you were gonna say originally, Mario.
Yeah, Mario's just still my hero. He doesn't have a lot of misses. They're all straight out of the park.
Hmm. Well,
It's easier for me to say misses than it would be. Yeah.
yeah, dude. Nintendo 64. Oh my god. If Castlevania wasn't my favorite Nintendo series, I'd probably have to go with Pokemon.
Mm.
Uh, Mainly not because of the main games, but mainly because of the Nintendo 64. Because I have 4 Pokemon games that were always my most played. Those 4 Pokemon games were always my 4 most played games on the Nintendo 64, which were Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, Pokemon Snap, and Pokemon Puzzle League.
Puzzle League. Wow. They don't make. They don't make. They call those panel pawn games. The way those things flip around. They don't make stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Actually,
You'd
think.
think in the massive culture of clones of, match 3 games on phones, you don't really have a panel pawn game that plays like that one.
Yeah, sadly. I mean, I don't think Pokemon Puzzle League was considered such a big success.
No.
Actually, at the moment, it felt like it was totally awesome, and oh my god, people have to be playing this all over the world. But after like looking around, doing a bit of research, once I discovered the internet, started searching so much stuff, found out that apparently Puzzle League is kind of like a hidden gem on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Also considering that I know for a fact that virtual console versions of the game that Nintendo made, they don't perform like the original cart. They actually play inferior to the original cartridge for lag in spots.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of
Strangest thing.
people using the virtual console, and yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that whenever they try it out, they feel the lag.
Yeah,
I've heard you guys say it on stream, I believe.
yeah, I might have. It's an interesting phenomenon. You don't hear Nintendo kind of do things like that. Like I think of that. Uh, Majora's Mask had um, was brought to the Nintendo GameCube with a Zelda compilation disc, and that's actually the worst version of Majora's Mask. It lags over there on
Really?
GameCube even. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine a game that has to have. Because Majora's Mask, that's a game that there are some parts that need to be like perfect input.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine playing that with lag. That'd be, oh my
Yeah.
god.
I don't know the specifics of where Puzzle League does that or where Majora's Mask does that, but I've just seen and heard those things.
Man, if only it wasn't so difficult to be able to get like original consoles and the original game.
I know it's the retro market, like it goes up, like
Yeah.
time's passing by, it's going up. Inflation happens and it goes up. Even GameCube stuff now, it's on the rise as well.
Yeah. Yeah. GameCube. Dude, I love GameCube.
Yeah, man.
It's like my most played GameCube game, Baten Kaitos.
I've always wanted to own both of those.
Really?
I've only
Dude.
ever seen a friend play them.
I think I gave them away, but if I had them, I would send them to you. Uh,
Um, Baten Kaitos was in the news recently.
was it?
Yeah. Uh, um, I I visit Kotaku,
Okay.
and Um, there's a speedrunner over there. I couldn't tell you if it was Origins or it was original. I forget. But he speedruns the game, and I guess he was wanting to get this item. Um, and I guess items in that game kind of evolve over time.
Yeah, they do.
Something about shampoo. He's waiting for shampoo to age. Uh, but the time passes while the game's running
Yeah.
in whatever instance. So he's streaming the game doing nothing because because he's waiting for the shampoo to turn into something else.
He's waiting
That's
for the
the-
shampoo to age on a speed run, and he's
Yeah.
streaming it. Oh my god.
And so the stream's just sitting there. So the guy gets a 24-hour ban on Twitch for non-gaming content.
Oh
Because
my
he's-
god. While he's
because he's-
streaming?
Yeah, because he just has his game sitting there doing nothing, and I guess it got reported for non-gaming content, so he got a 24-hour ban for it.
Oh
He was a
my
good sport
God.
about it because he understood why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is best thing I've heard all day.
So now the parts where he's just idling, he streams it to somewhere else. And then when he's actually playing the game, he puts it on Twitch,
Okay.
since Twitch cares.
Yeah. I mean, if his fans if his viewers didn't say anything, Twitch probably would have done nothing.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know how big the guy was. Yeah. Enough to make news on Kotaku. Anyway.
Yeah. So another big game I used to like on the GameCube was Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
I'm really happy you own that.
Yeah, I'm after I talked with you the first time about it, I'm really happy I own that too.
That's right. For listeners who don't know, that is quite a sought-after GameCube title. I couldn't price check you, but at the time of the recording, wasn't it over $120 for a used copy? And then I say something like that, I feel like that's a safe ballpark for that one.
Yeah, it's oh my god.
Yes.
I did not even know. I couldn't even imagine I owned something like that. I've never been one to take old games I own and search for them, or even keep up to date with like really rare games or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, since I'm a collector, I find myself looking at that stuff all the time. I have all sorts of old games on Amazon wish list, so I'm just scrolling through that to seeing what kind of things change up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I actually found a GameCube. I found two GameCubes actually in my room.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah, and I got them to work, and I'm currently spending my weekends playing Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. It's really fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun. Honestly, it's probably my least favorite Harvest Moon, but it's okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've only played like one or two, maybe three Harvest Moon games. I'm playing A Wonderful Life, and I played Friends of Mineral Town, and I played Harvest
Nice.
Moon, the one for Game Boy Color, I believe.
Yeah, there was a Game Boy Color one.
Yeah, those are the ones I played.
Yeah. Now, that's really cool. You should check for me on your GameCubes. Not all of them are the same.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the first run of GameCubes have a digital out on the back. So, when you think about it, check both of those GameCubes, see if they have a digital out on the back or not. it would have an AV out and a digital out, and then the power on the back.
Okay.
Um, for those who might be intrigued, the digital out of which I speak of worked in conjunction with the very rare and elusive Nintendo GameCube component cable. And that is a rare item that unlocks the full graphical potential of the Nintendo GameCube from the GameCube to your television set, you see.
Really?
And it has been proven over at a website called retrorgb.com that the original GameCube with that component cable running through outputs better graphical quality than a backwards compatible Wii system, also using the component cable.
Wow. I should probably check that out.
And that little cable runs over $200.
Oh my god.
It runs over $200. And one of the last guys that you had on your nerd chat happens to own one of those cables.
Ken
and he wasn't
owns-
aware of how wonderful it was until I told him about it.
Oh my god, Ken.
Yeah, Ken had it. He didn't realize it was something special. But it is. Oh, it is.
I mean, I'm fine with bad graphics. I've played them all my life.
No, sure, you're. I spent a lot of my time. We wanted to get into nitty gritty of video. Like I spent most of my childhood with the RF out switch on that, the part that screws in where the antenna is supposed to go. Just the absolute worst you can get out of a system.
Oh my god.
So I definitely know what that's like. See that component cable, you see a lot of third parties have their own version of the cable. But, of like some kind of video cable, you don't have to get them from Nintendo.
Okay.
But part of the reason why the component cable is so rare is because it has a special chip embedded in the connector that decodes the signal, and no third party could either get a hold of it, or even if they did, they wouldn't bother to reverse engineer that special chip that's in the connector of it.
Wow.
So it's not only until this year that there's a group that was reverse engineering it. Oh, Cat, are you doing this right here? Can you hear her?
What? Oh my god.
My cat's...
Is she
she's
coughing
huffing,
up?
puffing.
Is she
I'm
coughing up a
worried.
hairball?
I'm worried she's right next to the microphone. Sister, what are you doing?
I could hear her. Yes, I could.
Yeah.
Was she coughing up a hairball?
I was worried. She was breathing heavy for a second. But I think she's okay now.
Poor siesta.
Poor siesta. Only Karibu kitties.
Karibu kitties. Cool. So, yeah. This is kind of going a little bit longer than I normally like, but is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. I guess we did cover quite a bit. Your last one was significant. The last one that I observed was significantly shorter than this.
Yeah.
I
mean, it only feels
maybe you
like
might want to chop it up.
Like 7 or 8 minutes longer than the last one, but yeah. All right.
Chop it up. Remix my voice and just don't even do a talk with me. Just
Nah, dude.
make a hot dubstep beat out of it.
Nah, dude. This is going up raw. That's how I like it.
You're gonna do this whole thing, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Even this part we're talking right now, dude. It's all going up, especially Siesta's part. Everything's going up.
Your show, man. You get to do what you want.
All right. So as always, I'm gonna give you a little moment to sell yourself out as much as you want. So go ahead.
Yeah. To make it clear, I'm Officer Dan, and I'm half of Karibukai Play. I host Karibukai Play, and the other half is Shinja. I've been doing that with him for close to a year now, believe it or not. And our main deal is we stream Super Mario Maker on Fridays, looking to be about 11:30 Central Time going into Saturday. We're the anchor crew. There usually aren't any other Mario Maker streams on YouTube at that time. Goes to YouTube, thinking we're going to be also restreaming to Twitch in the very near future. I wasn't aware that Karibukai had a Twitch channel until today. That's news that's probably hot off the press, wherever that is. I don't even know what the URL is. If it's twitch.tv/Karibukai Play or Shinja Loves Butts 69, could be either. That's his deal. But I host that with him, and I also watch him die over and over in Mega Man on Tuesdays. And every once in a while, we have uploads of different gameplay series that we do. Like sometimes that happens. And and then I also have my channel called Soda Wave Show, where it isn't a Let's Play channel. I put a lot of time and effort and production quality into those videos. So uploads are slow. I have my third vid just come out a few days ago, finally. I'm proud of all that stuff. If you, like me, also enjoy other YouTubers, like some of the YouTubers I'm a bit inspired by are like the Normal Boots crew, or like the Hidden Block crew, like those guys. I love their stuff, but I think I'm different enough, but I'm still similar, you know. So if you like that kind of thing, then you'd also like me. My last video is about pre-rendered graphics. If you want to know what all that's about, and good games that utilize it really well, that's what that one is. I like that one. Just came out recently. Go watch it. I think it's pretty good.
It is.
Anyway.
Trust me, it is. You're hearing it from the #1 fan.
I think it's pretty alright. I mean, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but I like it. I like it pretty okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Officer Dan, for hanging out with me for the first time.
You're good stuff, Dids. I'm really glad you asked me, actually.
I'm hoping at some point, once Shinja decides to... I asked him to be on one. He still hasn't chosen a topic. But yeah, once I get him on the show, I'm hoping to probably get both of you on the show at the same time.
I would love any reason to come and do it again.
All right. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us during this Nerd Chat. Share this video with anyone you think might find it to be interesting. And I will see you in the next one.